But these two, back in 2014, ran the first ever side-by-side 5-second lap. Down in Maryland back in 2014. These two have a tremendous amount of respect for the other. Now, here's the deal. When they get into the tuck position, underneath their leathers, they have a bulletproof vest inside of their leathers. So basically, they're laying right on top of the motor, in a sense. So if that thing grenades, it's going straight up. That's why they have, the levels of Kevlar and the bulletproof vest inside of their leathers. But Larry Spider-Man McBride and David Vantine, who at Virginia earlier this year put on a whale of a show, and actually Larry that's when he ran the quickest, fastest run ever for a top fuel nitro bike. Now, also when they start the bike, the rider most time is not on the bike, but in this case, Larry is. But here they are. Now that's Larry on the right. That's Dave Vantine on the left. And you'll see in just a second after the burnout that the crew will literally push the bike backwards. And they do have a kill switch attached to the rider, so if the rider, God forbid, wherever to come off of the bike, it'll kill the motor and hopefully nothing bad happens. But a number of years ago up there at ATCO, Larry was in a match race with Dave Vantine, and Larry did something you don't normally do on a top fuel bike. He pedaled it. And about the fourth time he cracked back and throttled, the engine exploded. And fire and all that, he was flown out to a hospital and came back 3 hours later, more worried about the bike than he was himself. But these two men, again, couldn't have more respect for each other. But hold on tight, Maple Grove. It's Dave Vantine, Larry Spider-Man McBride. They're the best of friends now, but they won't be for about 6 seconds. There they go, side by side, top of the racetrack. 6:03 to a 6:11. Spider-Man on a hole shot gets Dave Vantine in this one. McBride had about 800 on the Christmas tree. 6:11 to a 6:03. So I tell you what, at the 8th mile, Vantine was 395 at 196, and Spider-Man was 401 at 196. And as you take a look on the Sunoco vision, and there they go, you see the feet come up. And if they want to get the bike to go from one side to the other, you don't steer it because the front wheel is off the ground. They got to lean one direction. And so Larry had a cylinder out.